What up, folks? Once again, it's your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Questions about the ongoing strike. As you know, there is an ongoing strike amongst many drivers all over the country protesting ridiculously low pay, lackluster satisfaction with the ride sharing companies in general, and their lack of safety concerns when they're putting passengers in our vehicles. So as a result, us drivers are striking in mass, hoping to deliver a message. I want to ask some questions about that, though, because I want to see what your take is in regards to how effective the strike may be, if it is effective at all. I did a video yesterday on how I believe personally we could have a more effective strike from a unity standpoint, how we could deliver a more efficient message that we need this shit addressed. Feel free to check it out in the description. I'll link it. You can watch it if you want. But I want to ask you guys a few questions. You let me know in the comments, because everybody's areas is different, but at the same time, we're striking all over the country. So it doesn't matter what market you're in. We want our voice to be heard. So it doesn't matter if you're in Madison, Wisconsin or Miami, Florida, the goal is still the same. We need to get rid of this ridiculously low pay that they consider to be ample. We need to get rid of the fact that they're putting people in our cars that are harming drivers and causing all kinds of mayhem. And just a simple way they deal with drivers in general. The shit needs to be dealt with. So I'm going to ask you the first question. Do you believe we're getting noticed? And when I say getting noticed, do you believe the passengers, just the public in general in your city, is noticing that when it comes to ride sharing, we are unhappy with what's going on? Do you believe folks are noticing? Do you believe the strike we're doing, the strike we're implementing, is being noticed by the public? Such as when a factory or company is on strike, you see folks in front of the building with signs and they're walking a picket line and things like that. That's how you get noticed. We do not have a building to protest in front of. So I'm asking you, do people in your market know you're on strike? Do typical riders in your market even know this is taking place? Are we getting noticed? That's the first question. Second question is, how difficult is it to get a car in your market? Have you turned on the app while you've been on strike? I mean, obviously you don't have to take rides. Hopefully you do not take rides. But have you turned on the app? Do you see ridiculous amounts of surge pricing? Have you received emails or text messages from Uber or Lyft offering you a bonus or some type of very strong, unusually high incentive to work this weekend or to work next week? In other words, does it look like they're hurting and reaching out to you? I've had folks in the comments of my video yesterday suggest that they actually got pissed off, apparently, talking about Uber and Lyft, and removed bonuses that they were offering. In other words, if you're going to strike, F you. I'm going to make it harder on you. And that's what I kind of mentioned in my video yesterday about how we need to have a more effective means of striking. And when I gave those tips, because, yeah, I do believe that if we strike, the companies are going to try to punish us. That is how the creation of unions has been treated throughout American history, whether it's Walmart or companies even before that. When you try to unionize, the employer is usually pretty damn harsh and try to break it up to and including firing people, scare tactics, or whatever you got to do to stop people from unionizing. Because obviously, if we were to unionize, first thing is going to be the pay is going to increase. The next thing is going to be the pay is going to be somewhat, I won't say guaranteed, but protected. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and find out you're making 10 cents less per mile. That's what has been happening. So if we unionize this, nothing's going to be good for Uber or Lyft if the drivers unionize. So they're going to fight that tooth and nail. So I'm asking, do you think the public is even noticing this shit? And if you turned on the app, have you seen any signs that Uber or Lyft may be hurting to the point of offering bonuses, streak bonuses, literally trying to get cars out next week in your market? And if so, put it in the comments. and let me know what market you guys are in. And by the way, we talk about this on the channel quite frequently. So for you guys who are concerned about this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. I'll respond to any and all comments as usual. But just subscribe to the channel. Next, in regards to promotional emails, what have they sent you? If they sent you something, what is being offered in your market? And I guess last but not least, I talked about this in my previous video. I just asked you, we don't have a building to protest in front of, to hold up picket signs and things like that. Have you seen anyone with anything on their car? Any signs on their car? Any drivers that you know are pretty pissed off about what Uber and Lyft has done to us? Whether it's, not paying money or taking people off of the app for bullshit complaints from customers and things like that. There's a hell of a lot of ways they have wronged drivers. Have you seen any of that? Have you seen folks at the airport or something like that? Because at the airport is another popular place to pick up passengers. Passengers flying in, certainly over the Thanksgiving holiday. Obviously, Wednesday was a busy travel day, so it was Thanksgiving itself, and Saturday and Sunday will be too, certainly Sunday. So these are great days to stand out in front of any line. Like if you're at an airport and there's a long ass line, they have an airport, they have a sign that says ride sharing customers wait here for your rides. That would be a great place to pull up in your vehicle with your Uber and Lyft lights on in your window, letting folks know you are an Uber or Lyft car, with a sign that says something like, I would normally be picking you guys up, taking you home, but we're protesting these ridiculous rates. And you can explain to them why you're protesting, such as they take 30, 40, 50% of our fares sometimes, something of that nature. But I just wanted to ask you guys, because I'm wondering, based on the fact that we're protesting all over the country, is this having an effect? So the final question I will ask you, just a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being super duper effective. Scale of 1 to 10, how effective you think what we're doing this weekend is in terms of getting changes, getting noticed, and changing hearts and minds? Scale of 1 to 10. Put that in the comments. 10 being it's very effective. 1 being this shit ain't even worth the time it is. And how many days have you taken off? Have you taken off all 4 days that was recommended? Or a lot of us, are struggling, desperate for cash in some cases. People can't afford to take off all 4 days. But I'd be curious to know your stories. As I've always stated in my videos, I do not work if they are not offering bonuses, promotional fares, surge pricing, or something of that nature. And in my market, they were offering none of that this weekend. So I can assure you I did not work any of the days. But I want to know from you, did you work any of those 4 days? And if so, out of the questions I asked, did you see where any of this is being noticed by customers, by them not being able to get rides and trips, or by Uber and Lyft, by them coming up and offering all kinds of promotional bonuses and benefits? Because make no mistake about it, they know what we're doing. This shit is in papers. You've seen the Rideshare professor posted it on his site. I posted it on mine, and there's a few other folks that have posted it out there. So the powers that be at Uber and Lyft in our markets, they know we're trying to organize a strike. So it's not like they don't know. So have you seen anything from that standpoint? It's your boy Tim. I'll catch you guys in the comments. Have a good one.